coming to understanding TCP/IP, because TCP/IP is the protocol which is using for our internet communication. So why we need to understand particularly this protocol suite is the first reason is we are connected through internet. So we are most of the 96% people are they are maybe using TCP/IP protocol even in their organizations also. So that's what it is very important to understand TCP/IP protocol suite. TCP/IP protocol suite. However, these sometimes what happens, maybe you might be using some different protocol suite like NetBEE, LAN protocols, and even though IPX, SPX, which is the LAN. Mostly the people are not using as much as these protocols. More than 90% people generally using internet, and they are based on TCP/IP. So TCP/IP is designed in such a way that to connecting each other and having a kind of communications, and which you might have seen the proliferation of the entire internet. But however, in this lecture, we need to understand initially about OSI layers and the TCP/IP suite of layers, how they were different, and what are the what exactly need of these layers, and between difference and the relation between these layers, and understanding about various protocols with respect to these layers. So now coming to if you are looking into that, basically, yeah. So this slide is a little bit, I'll discuss afterwards. So this is what networks architecture. So whether you are part of home or part of office or part of anywhere in this world, this is what typical network architecture you might have seen. Suppose even if you don't understand what exactly this stands, just you try to understand you are part of here, and which is in a basically you are using some resources from home, where you have a mobile, you have a computer which are connecting to your switch. Maybe this switch may be because of in case of your home, you may be using as a wireless access point. If it is an office, either it is a switch or hub. So similar way, this is you are connected to this particular finance. Suppose let's say you are part of a finance user. Your finance user may be connecting to the switch, and he is connecting to the internal firewall. Suppose in case you wanted to access a particular internet, so this you should that whatever the communication is talking to the internet would travel from this switch to firewall and gateway firewall, and goes to and access internet and come back. Even though you wanted to access any other department, because in generally number of users very less, they are all part of one network. But however, whether it is small or bigger, you see, if anything requires some kind of a security between, and there is a control required between these two networks, two subnets, we should have some kind of devices which they can control. The firewall is one of that device where it can control communication between two departments, even between two computers also. So from there, there is in this typical architecture, so your organization may be hosting applications. So applications like email server, webmail, web server, DNS server, or any other data file server could be you are hosting to the public. In such cases, whenever you are hosting, you need to limit them to come to that particular place where they are located, and not allow inside of your internal network. Such kind of facility, we called it as a DMG. So DMG is, we will discuss in the third day or fourth day about in detail what exactly they will do it and how they control the communication. But however, for understanding purpose, even you are part of home, when you are connecting to your Wi-Fi device or your access point. So access point is at your home. It can also provide to others to connect, because there is no wire is required for access point. How do you control that? So in general, you you may be having two addresses which you know about, which are required for connecting the internet. Those two are we generally call it as a MAC address and IP address. The MAC address is used for communication between two computers on the same network. Wherever, however, if there are two different networks are there, to transfer the packets one network to another network, you require IP address. Of course, today we will discuss in detail about what is exactly the MAC address and IP address. So I'm not discussing as much as here, but here, so coming to your home example. So whenever you are establishing a kind of access point, wireless access point at your home, so that is available to anybody, even though somebody is who is around within your building or within your campus, and who are coming to near to your home, they also can connect if they use small tools. So how do you control these things? So you may be connecting your mobile, your PC, and your family members' mobile PCs. And you know that this particular MAC address is available in each and every device, because MAC address is a unique address, 48-bit address, where 24-bit address is, the first 24-bit address is related to the company. We say that, suppose, let's say example, Cisco's MAC address, the Cisco in generally, the first 24 bit is the Cisco's ID. The remaining 24 bit is the one unique ID of that what Cisco is making. Similarly, you take any other vendor, other HP like that. So there is the first 24 is the HP ID and the next 24 is unique ID. And this is the part of your NIC card. So when your mobile, when your computer, whenever it is connecting to any device, this would be a must. And you can go to check even your mobile settings, even the whatever your access point settings and your broadband router settings, all MAC addresses available. And all broadband routers which are you connected to internet, so are having a basic firewall settings. So one of the firewall setting is that you can give all MAC addresses of all your devices in that particular broadband router, so that only you can limit the communication with the broadband router and the access point, so that only known people of your home can connect. No other, even though they are trying, your access point ID name is visible to others, they cannot connect. So the simple firewall, basic firewall, which is you are having an access point configuration or broadband router configuration, which is they can control the communication so that you can use your entire bandwidth. So that is where these firewall devices, basic firewall settings are very useful to control the communication at least. From there, so that's what this firewall is also in enterprise network will be divided into two separate networks, whereas one is DMG and another one is internal networks. Further, it would be divided into as many as networks. So when any packet is traveling to this firewall, based on the IP address, based on the MAC address, it would be forwarded to, routed to the wherever they're indented. So this way you can control the communication